So this is day 2 of one book a week. So yesterday we left off at chapter 2 in the beginning about the stages of the apprentice stage. So the apprentice stage, just to summarize, is basically like where you it's basically like the learning phase. How do you learn? How do you become a master at what you're learning? So it starts off by observations, and then the passive mode, which is doing, and then becoming the master of it, which is active. So now we're touching on something called the stages for completing the ideal apprenticeship, which is chapter 2 of the book. So it starts off with stage number 1, which is valuing learning over money. So when you have the opportunity to have a really big job, it's just for the money rather than learning a skill that you want to learn, you should focus on learning the skill. So say you want to leave your job because you want to learn something, but then your employer offers you like a $20,000 raise. Rather than focusing on the money, you should focus on the learning. So that's basically the general idea. Don't focus on the money, just focus on learning and improving your skills. And now step now stage number 2, which is keep expanding your horizon. So basically what this is just you have to keep expanding your skills, expanding how your expertise and the skills you have, and getting more knowledge so you can implement it. So stage number 3 is revert to the feeling of inferiority. So what this means is for most of us we feel superior, so it's difficult for us to really learn. So what he's saying in this part is that you have to act to go back into your childhood where you were someone who was inferior and relied on your parents, because those children who were inferior and relied on the parents were able to learn much more, and that's what he was saying to do. Because I wrote it right here. If we feel like we know something, our mind closes off, and children are inferior to adults, so they have the hunger to learn. So if you go back to the feelings of inferiority, you're more likely to be able to learn. And 4, you have to trust the process. So this is basically the stage is where you need to have faith, like blind faith that it is gonna work, where you just need to just have that faith. Don't have any doubts, you just need to trust it, kind of like that. It's when you're getting on a building and you're jumping off a building, you need to trust the fact that there's gonna be a net below you that's gonna catch you. So it's practically like that. And now number 5, which is move towards resistance and pain. So basically, when you get resistance or pain, it's probably something that you have a weakness in. It's probably not one of your strong suits. For example, one of my weaknesses is editing. So rather than avoiding editing, I should focus on editing and move towards it, towards that pain and the suffering that I really don't want to do. So that's basically what they're saying. It's basically just focus on improving your weaknesses. And so number 6 is apprentice yourself in failure. So there are 2 types of failures: the failure of never doing something, and then the failure that comes with the work. So what he's saying in this part is that you need to focus on, you need to take any failure as an opportunity of growth. Every failure and setback that comes with it, that comes with life, is another big opportunity for you to grow as a person and to grow more as an individual, rather than having the fear of not doing something, not even trying it. So say you're planning to start a business and you might have the fear of not wanting to start a business because of the consequences, because of the failure that might come with it. So that's the type of fear. And then the work fear of trying, which is like you started a business, your business did terrible and it failed. So rather than stopping a business, you should take that and learn from it and start a new business and improve on the failures. And so here I left off at the combine and how and what on this part of that chapter, so that'll be for tomorrow to discuss. And if you want to see day 1, I'm gonna have a full playlist and I'll put it right up here or maybe here. But as always, thank you for watching.